From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. Today is a Storm Tracker 2 alert day due to the heavy snow, gusty winds, and low visibility if you are traveling outside this morning. Let's take a look at the CATV tower camera. It is facing our parking lot, and it is shaking a little bit, as you can see from the winds. We have very low visibility up here on top of Smith Hill. Let's take a look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We are seeing widespread heavy snow this morning. The heavier snow is in the darker blue color, so it is looking like it is occurring up north this morning. We are getting a little bit of a break just into the western part of the Mohawk Valley, so it is not going to be heavy, consistent, widespread snow all throughout the day today. The heaviest of snow did occur overnight and is occurring this morning. We are going to be seeing a little bit of breaks in the snow throughout the day, as well as some time for some sleet to move in there. Now, here's the radar and satellite showing that the low pressure system is just to the south of us. Here is the snow associated with that system. So this low pressure system is going to continue to move up the east coast, but kind of stay inland. So it is going to move up into Canada, and overnight tonight is when we are finally going to be done with all this snow. Now, once again, we have winter storm warnings in effect for all of central New York here this morning. This is in effect until 5 p.m. tonight due to low visibility when traveling, pretty gusty winds, and possible scattered power outages that can happen. So once again, it is a Storm Tracker 2 alert day. We saw the heaviest of snow overnight. We are still seeing some pretty heavy snow this morning. We are going to be seeing sleet mixing in with the snow showers today briefly in the morning hours, and we are going to be seeing a few breaks in the snow. It is not going to be heavy and widespread all throughout the day today. We are going to be seeing gusty winds throughout the day and the night tonight, and this could cause some travel issues. That snow drifting, low visibility when driving if the snow is blowing in your face. You can't really see that well. That's what happened to me this morning. And scattered power outages are definitely going to be possible with these gusty winds and that blowing snow. So after 7 a.m. this morning, that is when the snow does seem to calm down. This is additional snowfall that we are expecting to be receiving after 7 a.m. until it clears out tonight and tomorrow morning. So 4 to 7 inches is expected for much of the North Country and kind of down to the eastern part as the low pressure system moves off the coast into Canada, and 2 to 4 inches expected in the western part of the Mohawk Valley and down in the southern valley. So that is going to be expected after the heavy snow does clear out this morning. We are going to be seeing that snow turn into lake effect snow this afternoon and evening before all coming to an end overnight tonight. So let's take a look at that on our Skycast. So at 7 a.m. we will be seeing a few breaks in the snow, with the heaviest of snow still falling kind of towards the eastern part of our viewing area. It's not going to be widespread and heavy all throughout the day, as we do see a couple of breaks in the snow. This is 1 p.m. looking like we are getting a little bit of a break. The wind does shift in the afternoon hours and turns into lake effect snow for a brief period of time this afternoon and evening before coming to an end by tomorrow morning. It is going to be pretty cold tomorrow, with our highs just in the upper teens, and it will be partly cloudy. Now for today, we are still seeing widespread heavy snow this morning, a few breaks in the snow throughout the day with a high in the mid-30s. Later on, traveling shouldn't really be a problem as our temperatures reach above freezing. Overnight tonight, the snow does come to an end, and it is still going to be windy overnight with lows in the teens. So today is our Storm Tracker 2 alert day. We have a high in the mid-30s, so it is going to get above freezing. And we are going to be clearing out for tomorrow with a high just in the upper teens. We are going to be seeing a few snow showers return for Wednesday, but then we do go through a dry period for the end of the week and the weekend. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Looking at news around America now, federal authorities.
We're saying good morning to Barneveld and all of the greater Utica region. So here's what we are expecting in terms of snowfall after this morning. So the heaviest of snow is still falling right now, will be falling until around 7 a.m. And then after that, we are going to be seeing a few breaks in the snowfall, and we are going to be seeing areas of moderate snowfall. So here's what we're looking at from 7 a.m. this morning until 7 a.m. tomorrow. 4 to 7 inches is still expected for much of the North Country and kind of towards the eastern part near the Adirondacks. And 2 to 4 inches is still expected in the western part of the Mohawk Valley and the Southern Valley. So that goes, this is in effect at 7 a.m. until 7 a.m. tomorrow. It is very hard traveling this morning. There is low visibility. We are seeing wind speeds up to 30 miles per hour, blowing that snow, and snow drifting is possible. So we are seeing heavy snow this morning. We will still be seeing snow in the afternoon and in the evening. That snow does turn to lake effect for a brief period of time. Overnight tonight, we are clearing out, but it's still going to be windy and it is still going to be cold. Here are some of the snowfall reports thus far from our sky watchers. We have 7 degrees in Morris. That is the most amount of snow that we have gotten this morning thus far. Milford's at 5, New Hartford at 4.7, Westdale at 4, Oneida at 3, and Old Forge at 2.5 inches. So this is thus far for this morning, but that additional snowfall map is looking like what we are going to be seeing for the rest of the day today until tomorrow morning. I'll have another look at that commute forecast coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. America's sweetheart, Betty White.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are dealing with still some heavy snow in the area, as well as pretty gusty winds and low visibility. Let's take a look at that CAVV tower camera. Can't really see much. It is facing our parking lot. We are experiencing low visibility up here on top of Smith Hill, as well as some pretty gusty winds. As you can see, our camera is shaking at the moment. Now, on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, it looks like the heaviest of snow that had occurred last night is starting to move out, and we are experiencing that dry slot moving in the area. Most of Oneida County, as well as Madison, are not really seeing any snowfall at the moment due to that dry slot moving in. But here is the radar and satellite showing the path of the low pressure system. It is still just to the south of us. It will continue to move up the coast throughout the day into Canada by tonight. We are going to be seeing still some snow all throughout the day, with periods of breaks in between, and some sleet is definitely possible. Now, we are still under a winter storm warning for all of central New York. This is in effect until 5 p.m. this evening due to travel issues, gusty winds, low visibility, drifting snow, and possible power outages. So that is why today's Storm Tracker 2 alert day. We saw the heaviest of snow overnight, so we are waking up to a couple of inches of accumulation this morning. It is going to be mixing in with sleet at times, and we are going to be seeing a break in the snow later on this morning. We are seeing a break right now, actually. It is not going to be heavy and widespread all throughout the day today like it was last night. But our main problem is we are experiencing very gusty winds, low visibility, so it is very hard to see when driving, and there are drifts in the snow on certain roads. That's what caused me to crash my car into a ditch this morning. So we are experiencing very rough travel issues, and scattered power outages are definitely possible because of the winds and the blowing snow. So after 7 a.m. is when we will see the heavy snow start to calm down for the day. So here's additional snowfall after 7 a.m. this morning. This goes into effect, and it will last until 7 a.m. Tuesday morning. So we're still going to see 4 to 7 inches in the Adirondack region, and up north 2 to 4 inches is still expected in the Mohawk Valley and the southern valleys. So let's look at everything on our Skycast. We are seeing that dry slot forming right now, and we are still seeing some snow in the eastern part of our viewing area. Like I said, it's not going to be widespread all day, and it's not looking to remain super heavy. This is at 1 p.m. We do see most of our area is dry with temperatures in the mid-30s. Now, we are going to be seeing a shift in the wind this afternoon, so it is for a brief period of time. It looks to be lake effect snow form, and that will last for this afternoon and evening. This snow looks to clear out by tomorrow morning at 6 or 7 a.m. and it is going to remain cold tomorrow with high temperatures just in the upper teens, and we will be seeing partly cloudy skies. Now, for today, we are still seeing some pretty heavy snow this morning, but we will see moderate snow later on, and our highs will reach the mid-30s. So once our highs reach above freezing, that's when travel issues become less of a problem in the afternoon hours. The snow does look to continue for a little bit of the night tonight before clearing out for tomorrow morning, and we will see lows in the teens. So today is still a Storm Tracker 2 alert day due to low visibility, pretty gusty winds, and heavy snowfall here this morning, causing travel issues, scattered power outages, and whatnot. We are drying out for a partly cloudy day tomorrow. It is going to be pretty cold with highs just in the upper teens. A few snow showers do return on Wednesday, and then we do go through a dry period for the rest of the week and the weekend. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Looking at the latest COVID numbers.
Back, I did want to take a look at the radar and satellite from the past 3 hours of what is going on. So we do see the heaviest of snow was falling overnight, but now we are looking at a dry slot moving through the area right now, specifically Oneida and Madison counties at the moment. So we are not going to be seeing heavy snow throughout the day today. The heaviest of snow has already fallen overnight. And here is the spot of the low pressure system. It is just right below us, just south of us. It will continue to move up to the north into Canada throughout the day and in the overnight hours tonight. So we are going to be seeing snow throughout the day. It is not looking to remain heavy and widespread throughout the day. We are going to be seeing periods of breaks, and at one point it is going to change to lake effect as the wind does shift. So here is our snowfall reports so far this morning. We have the highest amount of snow fallen in Morris at 7 inches. Cooperstown and Milford have 5 inches so far. New Hartford just under 5, 4.7. Westdale at 4, Oneida at 3, and Old Forge at 2.5 inches. So this is just so far from our sky watchers at the moment. We are going to be seeing additional snowfall throughout the day today. I'll have a look at your commute forecast coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. After being derailed.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. We have gotten through the heaviest of snow that had fallen last night. We are actually in a dry slot right now for most of Oneida County. Let's take a look at the Cavite Tower camera. We are still seeing that wind whipping pretty heavily. Our Cavite Tower camera is actually shaking this morning, and this is blowing around that snow and causing reduced visibility. So if you are driving, just be careful. Now on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, we have gotten through the heaviest of snow that had fallen overnight last night and early this morning. Most of Oneida County and just west of us are experiencing a dry slot right now in the snow. So it is not going to remain heavy, and it is not going to remain widespread for the rest of the day today. Although we are going to continue to see additional snowfall, once again, it is not going to be widespread. Now here's the radar and satellite showing the position of the low pressure system. It is just to the south of us at this moment in Pennsylvania. We are still experiencing heavy snow from it overnight last night. We are still seeing snow showers right now. The path of this low pressure system is going to continue to move up north into Canada into the overnight hours tonight, and we are finally going to see an end to the snow early tomorrow morning. We are still under a winter storm warning in effect for all of central New York. This is in effect until 5 p.m. and it is due to reduced visibility, very gusty winds, travel issues, and scattered power outages possible. We are still under a Storm Tracker 2 alert day today. The heaviest of snow did fall overnight last night. We are waking up this morning with a couple of inches already accumulated on the ground. It is going to be briefly mixing with sleet at times throughout the morning this morning, and like you just saw on the radar, we are going to be seeing a few breaks in the snow this morning. It is not going to remain widespread for the whole day, but we are experiencing pretty gusty winds because of this low pressure system that is blowing around the snow, causing reduced visibility. If you are driving, just be careful. This is causing a lot of travel issues, and scattered power outages are definitely possible due to this wind blowing around the snow and possibly even the sleet. Now, we did make an additional snowfall map. This goes into effect at 7 a.m. this morning until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. Although the heaviest of snow is going to be over with this morning, we are going to be seeing a few additional inches of snowfall. So up for the North Country and kind of the Adirondacks region, expect 4 to 7 inches more throughout the day today. And in the Mohawk Valley and Southern Valleys, expect 2 to 4 inches more. And once again, there can be sleet mixing in with this snowfall. So let's take a look at everything on our Skycast. We are in a dry slot in the western part of our viewing area right now. We are still seeing some snow showers just to the east of us. Our high temperature today is going to rise to the mid-30s, so once it reaches above freezing, those travel issues become less prominent. This is at 1 p.m. today. As we can see, we're not really seeing any snow at all on our Skycast. We are going to continue to see breaks in the snowfall. Once again, it is not going to remain widespread and heavy for the whole day today. But around this time, if you do see, the wind does shift for more of a west wind rather than an east, and this snowfall is going to become lake effect for a brief period of time this evening and into the overnight hours. So expect some additional accumulation from that. Now for tomorrow, we are clearing up and drying out. It is still going to be cold and partly cloudy with highs just in the upper teens. Now for today, we are going to continue to see snow throughout the day with a high in in the mid-30s. It is going to continue to be windy today and tonight as we are clearing out from that snowfall with lows in the teens. So today is a Storm Tracker 2 alert day due to low visibility, travel issues, scattered power outages possible. We are drying out tomorrow before some more scattered snow showers return for Wednesday. Then we do go through a dry period for the rest of the week and the weekend. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Looking at news around America now. Federal.
We're saying good morning to Barneveld and all of the greater Utica region. So we got through the heaviest of snowfall that had fallen last night and early this morning. This map that we made goes into effect at 7 a.m. today and lasts until 7 a.m. tomorrow. This is just additional snowfall that we are going to be seeing past the heavy snow. So up for the North Country and the Adirondacks region, 4 to 7 inches more of snow today and tonight is expected. Now for the Mohawk Valley and the Southern Valleys, expect 2 to 4 more inches after 7 a.m. here this morning. If you are planning to travel or commute anywhere, it is not a very good day for that. This morning we are still seeing some heavy snow in some areas. Very, very gusty winds causing low visibility when driving, blowing around that snow. In the afternoon, we are still going to be seeing some snow, and in the evening, and that wind is still going to be pretty heavy, blowing around the snow. Overnight tonight, it is going to remain windy and cold as that snow clears out. So here's a look at our snowfall reports so far from most of our sky watchers. We have Morris down south at 7 inches. That is the most that we have seen this morning. Milford and Cooperstown at 5 inches. Westdale at 4. New Hartford and White Sparrow around 3.5 inches. Oneida has 3 inches and Clinton has 2 inches. So this is just so far this morning. Expect a couple inches more of accumulation that we just saw in that snowfall map. I'll have a look at your commute forecast coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. America's sweetheart, Betty.
Most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody. We are still seeing some snow in the area as well as pretty gusty winds causing low visibility and travel issues. This is why it is a Storm Tracker 2 alert day. Let's take a look at the CAV tower camera. It is facing our parking lot right now. We can't see much due to low visibility, but we can see the camera is shaking a little bit. We are experiencing pretty gusty winds outside. Now on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, we are seeing the heaviest of snow just to the west and to the east of us. Right now we are going through a dry slot in the area. We are just seeing a few light to moderate snow showers here and there. It is not widespread at the moment. We have gotten through the heaviest of snow for the day. It did happen overnight into early this morning last night. Now here is the radar and satellite. The position of this low pressure system is just to the south of us. It will continue to move north through our area throughout the day today, and it will move up into Canada tonight, and that snow will come to an end overnight tonight. So we are seeing some pretty heavy snow in the overnight and morning hours, but it looks to be calmed down as of now. We do still have winter storm warnings in effect for all of central New York. This stays into effect until 5 p.m. this evening. This is due to low visibility, gusty winds, snow drift could cause some issues when traveling, and we are going to be seeing a little bit of sleet mixing in with the snow. So this is why it is a Storm Tracker 2 alert day. We did see the heaviest of snow overnight into early this morning. Once again, there may be brief periods of the snow mixing in with some sleet, and we are going to continue to seeing breaks in the snow here this morning and this afternoon. It does not look to continue to stay widespread. We also are seeing pretty gusty winds today with wind gusts up to 40 to 45 miles per hour. So this is blowing around that snow, causing snow drifts, low visibility. So it is causing some travel issues this morning. The travel issues does look to die down by the afternoon because our temperature does rise above freezing, so the roads should start to kind of clear out at this time. But once again, with this wind and the snow blowing around, scattered power outages are still possible for the day. Now after 7 a.m. this morning, the heaviest of snow will have to calm down for the day. So we did make an additional snowfall map for 7 a.m. this morning until 7 a.m. tomorrow morning. So if you do live up in the North Country and kind of in the Adirondacks region, 4 to 7 inches more snow today is expected after what fell last night already, and 2 to 4 inches is expected in the Mohawk Valley and Southern Valleys for the rest of the day today. Now let's take a look at that on our Skycast. We are seeing a dry slot in our area right now. The snow is kind of more towards the eastern part of our viewing area, and it is not going to be widespread anymore more throughout the day. This is at 1 p.m. We see temperatures are in the low to mid 30s, so some areas are above freezing, and we're not really seeing any snow at the moment, so we are going to continue to be seeing breaks in the snow throughout the day. Now, as you can see here, the wind does take a shift to moving in from the east to now moving in from the west. So for a brief period of time late this afternoon and this evening, we are going to be seeing lake effect snow showers. The snow does look to clear out by tomorrow morning, and it is going to be a partly cloudy day tomorrow, and it is going to still be windy with highs in the upper teens. Now for today, we are seeing moderate snow this morning. We will continue to be seeing snowfall throughout the day with highs in the mid 30s. It is going to remain windy today and tonight as that snow does start to clear out, and we will see lows in the teens. So today is a Storm Tracker 2 alert day due to low visibility when driving, snow drifting, pretty gusty winds, and we do have our temperatures in the mid 30s. We are clearing out for tomorrow with a high just in the upper teens before some snow showers return on Wednesday. Then we look to go through a dry period for the rest of the week and the weekend. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. As the nation pauses.
Welcome back. I did just want to show the radar and satellite right now just to show that the heaviest of snow had already fallen overnight into early this morning. Right now we are in a dry slot, so we are just seeing a few scattered showers, moderate to heavy snow right now, but the heaviest of snow has already surpassed our area. This is the position of the low pressure system. It is just to the south of us. It will be moving north throughout the day today and be in Canada by the night hours tonight. So we are going to continue to see snow throughout the day. Once again, the heaviest of snow is already behind us. So here are some snowfall reports as of this morning. We are going to be getting additional snowfall throughout the day today. We have Morris at 7 inches, Milford and Cooperstown at 5 inches, Westdale and Oneida at 4, New Hartford and White Sparrow at 3.5, Old Forge at 2.5, and Clinton at 2 inches. So here's the snowfall reports thus far sent in by our sky watchers, and I will be updating this for the noon forecast. I'll also have a look at your day planner coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. After being derailed.
Back, here's an update of some of the snowfall reports we have been receiving thus far. So we did see the heaviest of snow fall last night and early this morning. In Morris, they have 7 inches of snow. Oneonta has 6. Milford and Cooperstown at 5. Westdale and Oneida at 4. New Hartford and White Sparrow at 3.5, and Clinton at 2 inches. So we are going to see additional snowfall throughout the day today, but here are some reports thus far. So widespread heavy snow continues for this morning. We are going to be seeing periods of breaks throughout the day. We are seeing a period of a break right now in parts of the Mohawk Valley, and sometimes there's going to be some sleet mixing in with the snow as well. It will all come to an end overnight into early tomorrow morning. Now for today, we have a high in the mid 30s. We are going to be seeing snow throughout the day today and very, very gusty winds. Overnight tonight, it still is going to be windy, but that snow is going to be clearing up. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Looking at the latest COVID numbers.
Welcome back. We are still seeing snow in the area, but we are starting to get periods of breaks within that snow and some periods of some sleet. Let's take a look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We do have a dry slot right now in most of Oneida County and in the western part of the Mohawk Valley, but we are still seeing moderate snow in the area. It is not as heavy as it was earlier this morning. We are also seeing a pretty high wind speed. 10 miles per hour is measured at the Griffiths Park Airport in Rome, but just below it, that purple color, that is around 25 to 30 miles per hour. So this is causing visibility issues when traveling with the blowing of the snow. So today is a Storm Tracker 2 alert day. We did see the heaviest of snow overnight. There are going to be periods of the snow mixing in with the sleet this morning, and we are going to be seeing breaks in the snow throughout the morning. But all throughout the day, we do have gusty winds. This is going to be blowing the snow around. Snow drifts are definitely possible, as well as low visibility. This is going to be causing some travel issues, and scattered power outages are also possible with this wind and the snow blowing around. So for today, our snow will become moderate by the afternoon and the evening, and we will clear out overnight into early tomorrow morning, and I will be tracking this out more coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. She was our golden girl.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. The heaviest of snow has already surpassed us, and we are seeing a few breaks in the snow this morning, but it still is very windy outside. That is why it is a Storm Tracker 2 alert day. Let's take a look at the CATV tower camera. Looking like a winter wonderland out there. We are still seeing some snow up here on top of Smith Hill, and as you can see, the trees are blowing a little bit. It is pretty windy. Now, on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, we did get through the heaviest of snowfall late last night and early this morning. We are experiencing a dry slot right now in the area on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We are experiencing a dry slot in the area, but most of the areas around it are seeing moderate snowfall at this point in time. Once again, the heaviest of snow has already moved out of the area. So here's the position of the low pressure system. It is just south of us. It will continue to move north through our area before heading up to Canada overnight tonight. Now, we still have winter storm warnings in effect for all of central New York. This is in effect until 5 p.m. this evening due to low visibility and travel issues. So that is why we issued a Storm Tracker 2 alert day. We saw the heaviest of snow overnight and early this morning. We are going to be seeing brief periods of that snow mixing in with sleet and a couple periods of some breaks in some snow later this morning. As we see on the radar, there is a couple of breaks happening right now. It's not going to rain widespread and super heavy throughout the day today, but we are going to experience gusty winds all throughout the day today, causing the snow to blow a little bit, snow drift, and this could cause some travel issues, low visibility, and scattered power outages are also possible. Now, this goes into effect this morning right now, and this lasts until 7 a.m. tomorrow. We did see the heaviest of snow already, so here's some additional snowfall predicted for the rest of the day. In the North Country and the Adirondacks area, expect 4 to 7 more inches from now until tomorrow morning, and for the Mohawk Valley and Southern Valleys, expect 2 to 4 inches more of snow from now until tomorrow morning. Now, we are seeing a dry slot forming right now, and we are seeing most of our snow is kind of on the eastern part of our viewing area. It is not looking to remain widespread for the whole day. This is at 1 p.m. All of our area is under a break in the snow. The wind does shift at this point and starts to come in from the west rather than the east of what it is doing right now. And we are going to be seeing periods of lake effect snow later this afternoon into the evening before fully coming to an end by tomorrow morning. But it is going to be pretty cold tomorrow with our temperatures in the teens, and it is going to be partly cloudy. Now, for today, we have a high in the mid-30s. We are going to be seeing that snow calm down throughout the day, and overnight tonight it will be coming to an end with lows in the teens, but it is going to remain windy for the day today and in the overnight hours. So today is a Storm Tracker 2 alert day due to very, very gusty winds and heavy snowfall occurring. This could cause low visibility when driving, travel issues, snow drifting. So if you are commuting at all today, this morning, I would definitely be careful, but we do have a high in the mid-30s. So as this high reaches above freezing, the travel is not going to be that much of a problem as we get into those afternoon hours because the roads will start clearing up from this temperature rise. Now, we are drying out for tomorrow with highs in the upper teens, so it is going to be a bit cold, and it is still going to be windy for tomorrow. Some snow showers do return for the day on Wednesday, but then we go through a dry period for the rest of the week and the weekend, and it does look to get a bit colder. We see highs in the teens and in the low 20s.
Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on this snowy January 17th. It is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and we will get to the events honoring Dr. King in a bit. But first, for many of us, this is the biggest snowfall we've seen all season. Up to 18 inches are expected in parts of western New York. How much have we seen? Meteorologist Hannah Evans is in with a look at the latest totals and when this will come to an end for us. Hannah, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Gary. Yes, we have been seeing snow all throughout the morning and afternoon. The heaviest of snow has already surpassed us. It was super heavy last night and early this morning. Here's a look at the snowfall reports thus far. This was just updated right now. We are looking at the most amount of snow kind of down south where Mohawk, Cooperstown, 7.5 inches. South Utica is at 6.5 inches. Rome at 5, Oneida and Cassville at 4.5 inches, North Utica at just 4 inches and Old Forge at just 3 inches. And we are still going to be seeing snow throughout the afternoon and evening hours of today. Now here's the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. It looks like the snow right now is kind of focused on the western part of our viewing area. So kind of Lewis County, Oneida, Madison, Shenango, and the northern part of Herkimer County. So we are going to be continuing seeing snow throughout the day. So the snow does continue. It still is pretty windy too. So if you are traveling, just be careful of visibility issues as this wind is blowing around snow and it is causing quite a lot of snow drifting in certain areas. This snow is going to end overnight. Before the rest of the day, we will continue to see snow as our high rises to the mid-30s for the high. And it is pretty windy outside, and I will be tracking when the snow is coming to an end coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Whether you were out shoveling, snow blowing, or are one of the many plow drivers trying to make sure the roads are safe for people to drive on, it has been quite an eventful morning dealing with these winter conditions. We caught up with a local business owner who just happens to have a plow on his pickup and who just happens to use it an awful lot when we get a day like this.
I started this morning at 6, and my driveway, I got a store in Rome we had to do, my girlfriend's driveway, my son's driveway, and then I made my way here. Upstate New York, just another tricky day.
And a big reminder that when you do see a plow coming at you, give them some room and take your time out there today, as the snow is supposed to last through tonight. Well, the tricky travel conditions will cause for your commute today. This video you see behind me is at North Genesee Street from earlier this morning, and Utica Mayor Robert Palmieri has declared a snow emergency. That went into effect at 10 o'clock last night and will remain in effect, he says, until further notice. Now, the snow emergency means that all vehicles must be removed from city streets with no exceptions, this so that the snow can be removed and emergency personnel can pass through if needed. Any vehicles left on city streets are subject to ticketing and towing. Crews have been out tending to the roads since last night. And a reminder, it is Martin Luther King Jr. Day, so schools were already closed and so are many businesses, but there have been some additional closings due to the weather. MVCC and Colgate University are closed today. Only essential workers at Colgate should still go into work. Now, the state COVID test sites in the village of Milford and over at SUNY Poly and Marcy are also closed. And the Clark Sports Center in Cooperstown had a delayed start. That opened at 10 o'clock this morning. And it's not just us dealing with this weather. Millions were waking up to snow, freezing rain, and strong winds after the storm system tore across parts of the country over the weekend. The same system also wreaked havoc in Florida, as at least 3 tornadoes have already been confirmed. NBC's Emil Ikeda has more from Pittsburgh.
Well, you can feel the brunt of the storm is here. A barrage of elements we're facing, from snow, wind to sleet and even ice. Behind me, partially frozen Allegheny River. In terms of snowfall totals, some pretty steep numbers already recorded, and they're going to continue to rise as we see more snowfall throughout the day. In parts of western Pennsylvania, we're looking at about 9 inches of snow. If you go up towards Buffalo, New York, that's closer to a foot of snow. But what is so remarkable about this storm is the pace of the snowfall. In some areas, 4 inches of snow an hour, making it really difficult for crews to keep up on the roadways. That's why you'll hear about those treacherous conditions, officials urging people to stay at home if at all possible. The other thing you're going to notice if you step outside in the Northeast are some pretty strong and powerful winds. 35-mile-an-hour gusts anticipated for here in the Pittsburgh area, but that number could be closer to 65 miles an hour on the coast from New Jersey, New York, all the way up through Maine. And the main concern with that is the possibility of downed power lines. Already 200,000 people are in the dark, and so there's the concern that that number could rise. And plus, keep in mind, we've got frigid temperatures people are dealing with as well. I'm Emily Ikeda in Pittsburgh for NBC News.
And the American Heart Association is warning that a winter wonderland can turn deadly with heart attacks brought on by shoveling snow. As pretty as new fallen snow appears, going outside to shovel those sidewalks and driveways can come at risk. So the American Heart Association is offering a few tips today. First, don't eat a big meal before or after shoveling. Also, use a small shovel or a snow blower. Don't use those big shovels that carry a lot of snow with each lift. Take frequent breaks and be on the lookout for warning signs of heart attack. And finally, consult a doctor if you do have a medical condition. All important things to take into account before you grab a shovel or use the snowblower, especially since we haven't had to do this too much so far this winter. The snow-covered roads are believed to have caused a car to flip over a guardrail and land on its side in a ditch early this morning in Vernon, injuring 3 people.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back. It is still snowing right now, but it is not snowing as heavily as it was this morning. The heaviest of snowfall has since surpassed us. But let's take a look now at the CAVV tower camera. We can see a lot of snow has fallen up here on top of Smith Hill, and it is still windy outside, so this is blowing that snow into pretty big drifts and also reducing the visibility if you are driving this afternoon. Now, on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, we can see right now the snow is kind of concentrated on the western part of our viewing area. It was mainly widespread this morning, but now looking more like the moderate to heavy snow is falling to the western part of our viewing area, and we will continue to see snowfall all throughout the day today, but it is not going to be widespread like it was this morning. So here is the radar and satellite just showing that position of the low is still kind of to the south of us, but it will be moving up into the area up north throughout the day today, and this snow is all looking to come to an end and wrap up by the early morning hours of tomorrow. So we are going to be seeing additional snowfall today, turning to lake effect snow as the wind shifts with the low pressure system this evening, and then all coming to an end tomorrow morning. We still have some winter storm warnings in effect for all of central New York. This goes into effect today, and it stays into effect until 5 p.m. this evening, and after 5 p.m. this will expire, but this is just due to low visibility, very gusty winds, and the drifting of the snow. So today is a Storm Tracker 2 alert day. We are seeing periods of snow right now mixing with sleet at times, so just be careful of that. We are now seeing breaks in the snow. It is not as widespread as it was earlier, and later on this afternoon into the evening, that wind takes a shift and lake effect snow will take over for a little bit. So we are seeing pretty gusty winds all throughout the day, causing some travel issues with visibility with blowing snow and snow drifts. Scattered power outages are also possible with this wind and the snow blowing around. So this is our additional snowfall map from now until 7 a.m. tomorrow. Expect 3 to 6 more inches of snow up in the North Country, kind of in the Adirondacks region, and 1 to 3 inches more of snow in the Mohawk Valley and Southern Valleys from right now until tomorrow morning. So that is where we're expecting more of some snowfall. But we are seeing a couple of breaks in the snow. Our temperatures are in the mid-30s. Now we are going to be seeing that wind shift, and lake effect snow will take over later on this afternoon into the evening hours before coming to an end early tomorrow morning. We are going to be seeing partly cloudy skies tomorrow. It's still going to be pretty windy and cold with highs just in the upper teens. Now for Wednesday, the snow is going to return. It looks to stay in the northern part of the Mohawk Valley and up in the North Country. This is going to be lake effect snow, and it's kind of going to last for the day on Wednesday. Now for today, we have a high in the mid-30s. We are still seeing some snow right now with some pretty gusty winds. The winds do remain overnight with lows in the teens, but we will start to see the snow clear up. So we are going to be dry for tomorrow before the snow returns on Wednesday. And then we go through a dry period for the rest of the week and the weekend. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. Now to the latest on the pandemic and signs the Omicron surge may be at its peak in parts of the country, but top health officials warn the next few weeks could bring more strain to the already inundated healthcare system. NBC's Miguel Almaguer has more.
Despite forecasts of Omicron,
You have been out driving today already, you know to go slow. And if you're about to go out, a reminder, take your time as plows are out and the snow continues to fall. Meteorologist Hannah Evans joins us now with the latest on when this may end. Hey there, Hannah.
Hi, Gary. Yes, we are still seeing snow here this afternoon. The heaviest of snow had occurred late last night, early this morning, so we are past the heavy portion of it, but we are still seeing moderate snow falling. Here's a look at our snowfall reports thus far. We have Oppenheim taking the lead here at 8 inches. Mohawk and Cooperstown closely behind, that's 7.5 inches. South Utica at 6.5, Rome at 5. Oneida and Cassville at 4.5 inches, and North Utica at 4 inches. We are going to be seeing additional snowfall throughout the day, and I will get into that in the full forecast. Now on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, it seems right now that most of the snow is falling to the western part of our viewing area, like Lewis, Madison, Oneida, and Shenango counties. And this is moderate snow that is falling, so we will be continuing seeing snow throughout the day. It still is pretty windy. This is causing some visibility issues and some snow drifting occurring in some areas. This snow is looking to end overnight tonight and into early tomorrow morning. Now for the rest of the day, we will see snow. Our highs are in the mid-30s and it is still pretty windy outside. And once again, I will be talking about more additional snowfall totals and when this snow is coming to an end coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Hannah, thanks. North Korea today fired 2 suspected ballistic missiles into the sea.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Hannah Evans.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back. We are still seeing snowfall here this afternoon. The heaviest of snow is behind us, though. That happened early this morning, but still seeing some travel issues outside. Let's take a look at the CAVV tower camera. We just lost a lot of visibility here on our CAVV tower camera. The snow is blowing because of the winds, and we are seeing reduced visibility right now. Now, on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, it does look like the moderate to heavy snow is kind of focused on the western part of our viewing area this afternoon, and we will continue to see additional snowfall throughout the day today. The snow is not looking to stop anytime soon. So here is the focus of the low pressure system. It is just to the south of us. It will continue to move north throughout the day and throughout the afternoon hours. It will be up into Canada in the overnight hours, and the snow is slowly going to come to an end overnight and will be cleared out by early tomorrow morning. We still have that winter storm warning in effect for all of central New York. This stays into effect until 5 p.m. this evening. That is kind of going to be when lake effect snow takes over, and we will not really be seeing any more snow from the storm. It will just be lake effect snow due to the shift of the winds. Now today is still that Storm Tracker 2 alert day. We are seeing periods of snow at this point mixing with some sleet because a lot of our temperatures are above freezing right now, and the temperatures up aloft are above freezing, so we are seeing some sleet at the moment. We are also seeing a few breaks in the snow. It is not widespread anymore, and it is not at the heaviest. It was at the heaviest earlier this morning. This afternoon and into the evening hours, once again, we are going to be seeing a shift in the wind. Right now, the wind is kind of blowing from the east. It will start blowing from the west as the low pressure system moves up into our area, and lake effect snow will take over because of this. But all throughout the day today, we are going to continue seeing those gusty winds causing low visibility, snow drifting. This is definitely causing some travel issues, and some scattered power outages may also be possible because of this. So here's a look at some additional snowfall you may be seeing today. This is in effect at noon today until 7 a.m. tomorrow. Expect 3 to 6 inches up in the North Country and in the Adirondacks region of snow from right now until tomorrow morning, and 1 to 3 inches in the Mohawk Valley and the southern valleys. Now let's look at everything on our skycast. We are seeing breaks in the snow here this afternoon, but it is still very windy outside, and that wind is kind of still coming in from the east. We will see a shift in the wind, and we will start seeing lake effect snow take over in the afternoon and evening hours of today. Now tomorrow morning, the snow does look to all be cleared out, and we will see a partly cloudy day tomorrow. It still is going to be windy, and it is going to be cold with our highs just in the upper teens. Now moving into Wednesday, we are going to be seeing a little bit more snow showers throughout the day, specifically focused in the northern part of the Mohawk Valley and in the North Country. We will be drying out once again Thursday. Now for today, we have a high in the mid-30s. It is pretty windy outside, and we are still seeing that snowfall. Overnight tonight, we have lows in the teens. It will start to clear up, but it is still going to be pretty windy outside, so that may cause some travel issues. We are going to be dry but windy tomorrow and cold with highs just in the upper teens. Some snow showers do return on Wednesday before we dry out for the rest of the week and for the weekend, and temperatures remain pretty low. We are looking at highs in the teens and low 20s. Back to you, Gary.
Look at those overnight temperatures.
I know. You always point them out, and I always get super upset.
It's going to be chilly. Hannah, thanks. While there is a snowstorm
is off tonight. Closings and cancellations are at the bottom of your screen. Some snow emergencies are continuing into tomorrow. Let's get you right over to Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis. He's tracking the very latest on this snow, and there's still a little bit of it out there, Bill.
Yeah, that's right, Jason. It is continuing. It's not expected to be as heavy as what we saw last night, but we're still going to have some issues out there, especially as temperatures fall below freezing. And additional accumulations for most areas. We're only expecting maybe another inch or two. But again, roads which are very slushy now, likely going to become slipperier as temperatures fall below freezing tonight. It's a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Snowfall totals, again, with the bulk of this over, totals generally between 5 to 8.5 inches. Ilion, 8.5 inches. Dollsville, 8 inches. Remsen, 8. Oneonta, 5.5 inches. Oriskany, 5 inches. And Sequoit with 5 inches. Again, just a snapshot of snowfall totals across the area. We'll continue to pass along more as they come in. Current temperature is 25 degrees. And again, it is going to turn icy tonight on untreated surfaces as temperatures continue to drop below freezing. Widespread wind. Winds are going to be around tonight and tomorrow. Much colder weather on the way as we head into Tuesday. This evening, again, snow continues. Again, another inch or two of accumulation for many areas. Again, we're tracking more wintry weather ahead. A look at that forecast is coming up. Jason, back to you.
All right, Bill, thanks. This is a look behind me right now. What snow was like earlier in the day in Utica. Snow emergency was issued there. Folks doing the shoveling, snow blowing on their own. And then there were the plow drivers out in full force. They got a break in December, but now it's go time. DOT crews are working to keep the roads as safe as possible for the commute home. One local business owner we talked to just happens to have a plow on his truck, and he gets to put to good use on days like today.
I started this morning at 6. And my driveway, I got a store in Rome we had into, my girlfriend's driveway, my son's driveway, and then I made my way here. Upstate New York. Just
Hannah Reese, who works as a client advocate for CareNet, didn't mind getting out and shoveling on this federal holiday to make it easier for others in the true spirit of Martin Luther King Day.
There are a lot of women that walk here, and I want to make sure that they can come here if they need diapers, wipes, formula, pregnancy tests. We're a haven here for women, so I want to make sure that they have access to CareNet here in Utica.
She says as long as you dress appropriately, winter can be enjoyable. In Utica, a snow emergency continues until further notice. It went into effect at 10 last night. Snow emergency means that all vehicles must be removed from city streets with no exceptions. This so that the snow can be, of course, removed and emergency personnel can pass through with ease. Any vehicles left on the streets are subject to ticketing or towing. Other snow emergencies are still in effect, and they're listed on our website, WKTV.com. We're not the only ones dealing with this severe weather. Much of the East Coast dealing with wild weather as well. Some states even dealing with tornadoes, widespread power outages, and a lot of flights are canceled as well. Chris Wynn is tracking the damage it's already caused and threatening conditions of millions are still bracing for it.
Across the eastern United States, a powerful winter storm putting millions of people on high alert. The Northeast bracing for icy conditions where up to a foot of snow could fall in places like Pittsburgh and Buffalo. At one point on Monday, more than 215,000 homes and businesses were without power. Freezing rain in some spots also a factor.
Whether we get out or not tomorrow is still up in the air.
In the Southeast, wintry conditions contributed to the cancellation of at least 4,300 flights across the country since Sunday. Passengers at Charlotte Douglas International Airport among those most impacted by the storm as airlines struggled to recover.
American Airlines rebooked us now 4 different times for canceled planes. And as a result, we've stayed here Saturday night, and we will be here again Sunday night.
Strong winds and heavy rain Monday could also lead to coastal flooding from Virginia to Maine. This after at least 2 tornadoes struck southwest Florida Sunday morning, destroying dozens of homes.
This terrible, fierce storm came through here, and I got trapped. It lifted me off my feet.
And as the storm continues to push through, officials are pleading with people in hard-hit areas to stay home.
If you hadn't already, now is the time to get prepared. This storm's a menace.
Conditions will improve throughout the South and Mid-Atlantic as temperatures rise, but cold air behind the storm will leave much of the Northeast in a deep freeze until Wednesday. In Washington, I'm Chris Wynn.
An update tonight on the fiery crash on...
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're continuing to track snow across the region. Slippery roadways will continue as we head into this evening. This is a live look outside our CAVV tower cam. The visibility is not great as we are seeing some moderate snow. Just a reminder, as you're heading out, even during the day, the headlights need to be on so that your fellow drivers can see you when we have conditions like this. And also a shout out to the DPW for doing a great job with the snow removal. And we just want to remind folks that are heading out to be patient as they continue to clean up the area with our first widespread, steady and in some cases heavy snowfall across central New York. We're not done yet. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. You can see bands continuing to work in from the west. As colder air works in, we're seeing lake-enhanced snow. This is not going to be very heavy accumulation, but it will be continuing over the next couple of hours. And again, do plan on some tricky travel. This type of snow, absolutely perfect for making snowmen, snowballs. It's very packy snow. It's also very heavy, and it's also very hard to remove. So just keep that in mind too. This picture from Mandy in New York Mills, and it's always nice to see folks having fun with the snow. Reminder tonight too, as temperatures continue to fall below freezing, icy surfaces are expected to develop. We were above freezing today, and we're seeing some of that slush that could turn to ice tonight as colder air works in from the west. The storm moved right overhead as expected, producing snow across our area. And again, we will be seeing some lake effect snow tonight. An additional 1 to 3 inches of accumulation is expected this evening and tonight for most of central New York, a trace to an inch of snowfall across the southern valleys. Again, snow will be continuing here over the next several hours, gradually lightening up tonight. Some flurries still in the air tomorrow morning. A big story as we head throughout tomorrow is the cold. Temperatures will be in the teens. Wind chill values will be near or close to zero. Heading into tomorrow night, clouds thicken up, and we are going to be seeing some snow break out on Wednesday as the next weather system moves in. That brings a mixture between snow and even some rain showers here before delivering our next shot of cold weather. Lake effect snow showers tonight, low of 14. Again, another inch or two of accumulation. Roads continue to stay slippery. Tomorrow rather, some flurries, much colder, a high of 19, breezy conditions. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Wednesday, some light snow, 38 degrees for the high. It is cold again Thursday and Friday. Temperatures in the teens, overnight lows below zero. But it's looking relatively quiet. We will be keeping an eye on the East Coast heading into Sunday and Monday. At this point, that storm looks to be out to sea, but it's several days away, so that's something to watch.
Yeah, and those numbers are going lower and lower this week, aren't they?
It's January.
All righty. Sounds good. Thanks, Bill. The Utica Public Housing Authority, known as People First, honored Martin Luther King Jr. with a day of service to help people in our local community stay warm. Their AmeriCorps Day of Action on today, both news and weather. Let's get you back to the Weather Center with Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis, tracking the very latest on the snow right now. And, you know, perfect day to get out and really enjoy it. Kids didn't have to worry about school. Kids are off today. Yeah. Boy, a fun time.
And it was perfect snowball making snow.
Yes, it was.
This is a picture from Deanna. The first snowball fight of the season. The question is who won? We'll never know. But we are talking about that packy snow is also very heavy. So if you are going out and trying to shovel this, many of you have already tried doing this. It is a lot heavier than what we see with lake effect. And that has a lot to do with the type of snow that we're dealing with. Whenever you have snow coming off the Atlantic Ocean, it tends to have a higher water content to it compared to snow off of the lakes. We are still dealing with snow and traveling issues. If you are heading out, poor visibility, the slush that's out there is going to become icier as temperatures continue to fall below freezing. So it is still a little tricky to get around central New York, and it will be over the next few hours as lake-enhanced snow continues to move through the region. We have a cold front that moved through over the past couple of hours, and temperatures will continue to drop. We're expecting another 1 to 3 inches of snowfall tonight before some colder weather arrives. We're tracking some very cold temperatures this week. Look at that forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. And as you do go out and shovel, the association is warning of heart attacks brought on by shoveling. Some things you might not know. Don't eat a big meal before or after shoveling snow. Also, they say use a small shovel or a snowblower. Don't use those big shovels that carry a lot with each lift. Take frequent breaks and be on the lookout for some warning signs of a heart attack. On this Martin Luther King Jr. Day, members of King's family and other activists are renewing their calls for Congress to pass new protections for voting.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis.
Good evening. We continue to track snow falling across central New York. Some slippery roadways will continue as we head into tonight. As temperatures fall below freezing, slippery surfaces, untreated surfaces will become a lot more widespread. This is a live look outside. Our Cavi Tower Cam is pointed into our parking lot as it is snowing and the visibility is not great here on Smith Hill. The snow continues to fly across the region. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We had a cold front that moved through, and now we are starting to see a response from Lake Ontario. This is lake enhanced snow, and we're expecting another 1 to 3 inches of accumulation as we head into tonight. Look at this work of art. This picture submitted by Larry Cohen. This is G. Cohen's snowman. I gotta step up my game. Look, you got the whole works here. You got the pipe, the scarf, and the buttons there. So great job there. We are going to be seeing this type of snow continue, another inch or two of accumulation. By the way, when it's so easy to make a snowman, it's because the snow has a lot of water content into it. It's very, very packy snow, but it's also really heavy when you're trying to shovel it. Here's a look at our sky watchers, our snowfall accumulation today, and this is from last night too. West Leyden 10 inches, Boonville a total of 8 inches, Barneveld 5 inches, New Hartford 4.5 inches across the southern valleys, Edmundston 6.5 inches of snow, Richfield and Frankfort with 5 inches, and Worcester, Carroll picking up 6.5 inches of snow last night and today. This snow is departing, low pressure moving through. This will put an end to the snow as we head into tonight, but again, another 1 to 3 inches of accumulation is expected, and again, roadways will continue to be slippery here over the next couple of hours, but a gradual improvement is expected as the snow comes to an end tonight. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast. After midnight, most of this is over. We'll have some die-hard lingering lake effect as we head into tomorrow. Some flurries still out there, but again, a little accumulation. Big story tomorrow, it's cold. Temperatures in the teens, wind chill values near zero. Heading into tomorrow night, winds abruptly turn into the south. The weather is going to warm up. We're looking at some light snow here as we head into Wednesday. The next Clipper system brings another shot of cold weather as we head into Thursday and Friday, but we do get a break from the cold Wednesday. Lake effect snow showers tonight. Again, an additional inch or two of accumulation. Again, roadways still staying slick over the next couple of hours, a low of 14. Tomorrow, flurries much colder, breezy, a high of 19. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. We get a break in the cold Wednesday. We're up to 38. Again, looking at some snow showers. Could see some rain showers too late Wednesday afternoon. Thursday and Friday, cold weather returns. Temperatures in the teens. Overnight lows below zero. And a relatively quiet stretch of weather is expected as we head into the weekend. We are keeping an eye on the coast as we head into Sunday and Monday. Sunday night into Monday. But again, at this point, it looks like that's going to miss us. Temperatures will be in the teens once again as we head into Monday afternoon. More local snowfall totals from our sky watchers coming up at 6 o'clock. Stay with us.
Has the night off. The anticipated snowstorm is here, and there have been multiple closings, delays, and snow emergencies. Let's get right over to Chief Meteorologist Bill Cardis to see what you can expect for the rest of this evening. Bill, good evening.
Jason, the snow is not completely done. The worst of it is behind us in terms of the heavy accumulation, but we're not quite done with this yet. We're watching a couple of things. One is lake effect snow that continues. This is lake enhanced snow. A general 1 to 3 inches of accumulation is to be expected. This is creating some poor visibility, but the bigger thing is temperatures are falling below freezing. So we were above freezing earlier today. There's been a lot of slush that's developed. As we fall below freezing, slushy, untreated surfaces turn icy. So still some traveling issues to be had here over the next couple of hours, but the snow will gradually wind down as we head into tonight. Snowfall totals 5 to 8 inches, the norm for many areas. We did have a couple of spots climb to double digits, but that was the exception rather than the rule. Oneonta 5.5 inches, Daltreville, Mohawk, Remsen 8 inches, Oriskany 5 inches. 5 inches of snow in the city of Utica and New Hartford. Current temperature is 25 degrees. Our weather headlines: lake effect snow showers continue tonight. Winds continue as well. That'll be around through tomorrow, bringing in much colder weather as we head into Tuesday. Snow continues this evening. Again, temperatures continue to tumble below freezing. Do watch out for some slippery roads. Look at that Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast, some colder weather ahead. That's coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. New at 6, one person has died following a snowmobile crash in the town.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're continuing to track snow falling across central New York, some slippery spots, some poor visibility, and as temperatures fall below freezing, some icy spots that will still be around. This is a live look outside. Our Cavity Tower Cam is pointed into our parking lot. You can see some snow continues to accumulate here on Smith Hill. The worst of this is behind us in terms of the heavy snowfall, but again, we are still tracking that. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Another 1 to 3 inches of snow accumulates this evening and tonight. So we're not quite done with this, but we're mostly done. And again, do keep in mind that the roads could be a little bit slippery. Take a look at this. This is what the type of snow we've been dealing with this afternoon. It's that packy, heavy snowfall, and it's great to see the kids having fun with this. This is from Melissa Tallman, and as you can see, nobody got hurt. When plenty of fun and lots of laughs today. And again, it's just pointing this out because as you're trying to shovel this and trying to remove this snow, it can be a little bit of a pain, and you want to take it easy if you are shoveling and still have to do shoveling tonight and tomorrow. Gray picking up 8 inches of snow. Boonville 8 inches of snow. West Leiden 10 inches. That was the highest total reported in our area. Barneville rather 5 inches. Mike in New Hartford 4.5 inches. Across the southern valleys, Richfield 5 inches of snow. Worcester 6.5 inches, and Jeff and Mohawk measuring 7.5 inches of snow for a total from last night through today. So you look at the radar and satellite image, we are tracking the departure of low pressure, which is bringing lake-enhanced snow as colder air works in from the west. And again, we do pick up another 1 to 3 inches of accumulation tonight from Utica and points north and west, a trace to an inch of snow across the southern valleys away from the lakes. And again, that snow continues overnight, and temperatures will continue to drop. So we're expecting lake effects to very slowly come to an end as we head throughout tomorrow. Some flurries still in the morning, but again, we do expect clearing skies, and it's cold. Temperatures will be in the teens. Wind chills will make it feel like 0 for most of the day. We do get a chance to dry out tomorrow night. The winds abruptly turn into the south, and the weather also warms up very quickly. By Wednesday, we'll get a nice break in the cold. Temperatures are going to make their way into the 30s. Some snow showers could even mix in with some rain as we head into Wednesday afternoon as the next cold front arrives. Lake effect snow showers tonight down to 14. Tomorrow, cold day, flurries, especially in the morning, a high of 19. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Mildest day Wednesday 38 with snow, even some rain showers mixing in. Cold weather returns Thursday, Friday, and Saturday with temperatures in the teens, overnight lows below 0. Sunday, we're into the upper 20s. We're keeping an eye on the coast Sunday night into Monday. At this point, that system misses us. Cold weather on Monday, temperatures in the upper teens. Jason.
Bill, thank you. Still to come on News Channel 2 at 6. Hey, it's Monday. Best. Some parts of our viewing area saw the most snow of the season thus far. And while that snow is now tapering off, cold temperatures are to come. Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis tracking it all in the Weather Center for us tonight. Bill, good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Jason. We are just about done with this storm. Just some light snow is expected to take place as we head into tonight. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Some slippery roads are still possible, especially closer to the lakes west of Utica. And there's still some snow falling, especially across Otsego County. But again, the bulk of this is over with in terms of accumulation. Mohawk 8 inches of snow today, Dolgeville 8 inches, Remsen 8 inches, Oneonta 5.5 inches, Sequoia with 5 inches of snow. Our current temperature is 24 degrees. It is windy outside, west-northwest wind at 20 miles an hour. And again, we'll continue to track some lake effect snow tonight, just another inch or two of accumulation. The winds remain gusty as we head into tonight as well as tomorrow. Cold weather on Tuesday, temperatures much colder than today. Tonight down into the teens, again, continuing to track some lake effect snow and also some icy spots developing overnight. We are tracking our next bout of cold weather and some snow on the way. A look at that forecast is coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. New tonight, Utica police responded to reports of a...
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Hello. Let's go over and take a look at the parking lot over here. We are tracking some snow that's still out there. The parking lot is looking pretty good here on Smith Hill. The snow has gradually wound down, and we are just dealing with some very light snow showers across the area. This is a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Again, we are looking at lighter activity, some steadier snow in Otsego County, and the snow is falling steadier closer to the lakes this evening too. But in general, we're not expecting much more additional accumulation. Lots of folks enjoying snow today. This picture from Mandy in New York Mills. Great snowman there. Fun thing to do for the day. Also, check this out. The first snowball fight of the season from Deanna. And again, this was perfect snow to make snowballs. It's very packed snow, but it's also very heavy. And check out this snowman from G. Cohen. Again, a lot of folks making do with quite some heavy accumulation across the area earlier today. We are still seeing some of that light snow, so we're not quite done yet, hence why we are in Storm Tracker 2. Our Storm Tracker 2 alert day continues as the storm continues to pull away. But again, most of this accumulation is done. I do want you to be careful heading out the door tomorrow because we're going to get cold. Temperatures fall well below freezing, and we had temperatures above freezing today. The combination of above freezing temperatures followed by below freezing temperatures could lead to some icy surfaces as we head into tomorrow morning. This is mainly going to be a concern on driveways and sidewalks. It's cold tomorrow. Check it out. Temperatures in the teens throughout the day. Lake effect snow showers come to an end in the morning. As quickly as this cold gets here, it's out of here. Check out Wednesday. We are looking at a south wind bringing in some light snow. Our next weather maker approaches the area on Wednesday. Notice how the snow is falling north of the Mohawk Valley. That is expected throughout Wednesday afternoon with some accumulation. A cold front moves through the day Wednesday, and you can see what it does to the temperature, dropping down into the 30s heading into Wednesday night. Tonight, lake effect snow showers, low of 14. Tomorrow, snow showers in the morning. Again, very little additional accumulation is expected, but again, do watch out for a couple of icy spots first thing tomorrow morning. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Light snow showers on Wednesday, 38. It gets cold again. We're down into the teens Wednesday night. Thursday's high 19. We're into the low teens on Friday, upper teens on Saturday, overnight lows well below zero. Sunday up to 27. We are keeping an eye Sunday night and into Monday. I know this is not on the 7-day, but we are watching an Atlantic storm. At this point, it's heading out to sea, but it's something to watch. Otherwise, a pretty quiet week ahead. We'll be right back.
Calling themselves Backyard at Babes because they've got an ice skating rink now, and it's open 7 days a week. It's free. And there's free hot chocolate for kids every day if you're under the age of 12. It was just announced today, and the response, according to the manager, pretty overwhelming.
We're encouraging the kids to come down and skate and get some free hot chocolate. We plan on going as long as we can. Hopefully we can make it until March, and we can have a great time out here.
It's the coolest thing. You bring your own skates though, and it's only open while Babes is open. Again, hot cocoa is on the house. Final look at the forecast next. Some parts of our viewing area saw the most snow so far this season, and while that snow is now tapering off, behind it, cold temperatures to come. Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis tracking it all from the Weather Center for us tonight. Bill, good evening.
Yeah, that's right, Jason. Our alert day continues as the snow continues to fly. We're through the majority of this event, but again, we will be seeing some light snow overnight. Let's take a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. And again, we are tracking some widespread, steady, light snowfall. Again, the majority of the accumulation is over with. But again, we did pick up a decent amount of snow. Many areas between 5 to 8 inches of accumulation, which is what we were expecting. Remsen, 8 inches of snow. Mohawk, 8 inches. Dolgeville, 8 inches. Oneonta, 5.5 inches of snow. Riscony, 5 inches. Officially, 5 inches of snow in the city of Utica. Current temperature is 22 degrees. It feels like 8. The wind is starting to pick up. Lake effect snow showers continue tonight. Winds continue tonight. Cold air on the way as we head into Tuesday. Temperatures will be a lot colder than today. We're down to 14 tonight, some lake effect snow showers. Again, a light accumulation overnight, some slippery spots for tomorrow morning's commute. We're tracking those colder temperatures ahead. A look at that forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. New tonight, Utica police responded.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening and welcome back. We are taking a live look in Old Forge, and you can see there's snow on the ground. Lots of areas picked up several inches of snow. The average was somewhere between 5 to 8 inches, but we did have some higher totals. West Leiden picking up 10 inches of snowfall. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We're just about done. You can see red bars on the sides of the screen. Our alert day continues as this storm isn't quite done. And just a reminder, these alert days are for events like today. Are they the biggest snowstorms ever? No. But this event had a lot of impacts across the area with slippery travel, some difficult shoveling today. That snow was pretty heavy. And again, we did manage to see our first significant snowfall of the season. This picture from Mandy in New York Mills. Take a look at this snowman. Doing a pretty good job here. Another picture from Deanna rather, of the first snowball fight of the season. That's always an enjoyable time. And from what I'm told, the one on the one on the left, the one in pink, ended up winning that one. And just look at this work of art right here. This snowman from G. Cohen, the complete outfit here. Well done. I'm glad to see so many folks outside enjoying the snow. Staying home today. The radar and satellite image again showing the departure of this area of low pressure to the north. Winds turn into the northwest. It gets cold in the wake of this storm. We will see some lingering snow showers tonight. Check it out. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast. Not much to show you here, but again, a couple of lingering flurries through the morning time, little accumulation. Big story tomorrow, the cold. Temperatures drop down into the teens, and with the wind, it'll feel like single digits. Tomorrow night, the weather does warm up. We briefly drop into the single digits, and then winds turn into the south. This shield of snow shows up north on Wednesday. What's happening here is what we call some upslope snow. That's when the winds are moving up over the mountains, producing some locally heavier amounts of snow across the North Country. It looks like about 2 to 4 inches of accumulation here for Wednesday in that area before we start to take a plunge temperature-wise. It's going to get cold again heading into the end of the week. Lake effect snow showers tonight. Again, little additional accumulation going forward, a low of 14. Tomorrow, flurries and noticeably colder temperatures in the teens. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Breezy tomorrow, too, high of 19. Wednesday, snow showers 38. Cold again as we head into the end of the week. The weather's generally dry, some sunshine, temperatures in the teens during the day. Overnight lows well below zero, up to 27 on Sunday. Temperatures in the teens on Monday. We are watching Sunday night and into Monday. There's a storm that moves out into the Atlantic Ocean. It's staying well south and east of us for now, but we'll continue to follow that. Otherwise, a pretty quiet stretch of weather here as we head throughout the week. We'll be right back.
A pretty cool story. Babes at Harbor Point. They're going to call themselves Backyard at Babes. That's because they now have an ice skating rink. And it's open 7 days a week. It's free, too. Check it out. And there's free hot chocolate for kids every day if you're under the age of 12. Just announced today. And the response, according to the restaurant manager, has been overwhelming.
We're encouraging the kids to come down and skate and get some free hot chocolate. We plan on going as long as we can. Hopefully we can make it until March and we can have a great time out here.
Bring your own skates, and it's only when Babes is open. Again, hot cocoa on the house. Pretty cool. Up next, Spencer's in at the sports station.